just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans offense will go to work first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. You get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Back to pass. It's locked. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it on the outside. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets him up.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Spartans headed quickly to the line. Third down play from the gun. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical third down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football. Enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Auburn Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good, but you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1st down for this offense. They'll go back to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. From the gun, running back gets the give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And the Spartans want to move quickly. Now the play fake.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to throw, it's Love. Quick strike complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And wings it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Kroger. They are on the move down to the pick up another first down. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground game.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Now he's going to break the pocket. There he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looking to pass. It's Love. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Punch it out of the air. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll take it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harper. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. On the move and looking deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that next play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the returner will be knocked down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to... ...3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Spartans are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Locke. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Off-play action on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Give to the running back. Passes takes him still on his feet. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40. Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Breaks into the open. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll run it on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Oh, he's got some space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Spartans racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Job being gap sound by this defense, and here you go. Watch for this.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
The Spartans will punt this one away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Provo. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third and goal for the offense. putting it in on that drive. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continuing, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Looking downfield, it's Love. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quickly complete. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Bring in the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He turns it loose to the left. Pulls in the deep ball. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Slips through the line. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. they'll crank up this drive with the pass. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Out of the gun. The inside handoff. Looking for a crease.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll throw on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Paul. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They send the tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. Shoots his way for more. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Illegal blocking back.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Back to pass on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the ground, he's got it again. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. Smashes ahead. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5.
Here we go.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Love. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. Absolutely perfect. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him. And
there he goes. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Drills him with the stiff arm. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that 1st down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the 1st down marker. Turnover on downs.
Hauls it in. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Back to throw, it's Love. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. There he goes! He's at the and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan State!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house. Big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give on the option. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play. It might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Across the field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And the route is on.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Looking to throw, it's Love. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll take it himself.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. So here comes the Auburn offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Auburn, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He lets one fly deep. He makes a grab. Will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Here Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Makes the grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The Spartans are rolling down the field. Wants to throw. It's Love. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical.
Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps.
Man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every